Hey everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday, the 29th of February 2020. And let's take a look at the weekly analysis for spot gold and dollar yen with some major retracements for the week, and along with the stock market fall. S&P 500, for example, fell 11% for the week, and that's the biggest fall since the 2008 financial crisis, and this was emulated by dollar yen. However, the spot gold retraced lower, even though it's a safe haven, and it followed in tandem with dollar yen. So let's take a look at spot gold. And after a spike high, which was right at the start of the week, where it punched through the 262 Fib extension level based on this bullish continuation move, and hit a high just below the 1690 level. It pulled back from a shooting star on the Monday and started to fall lower towards the 162 Fib retracement extension level, which is actually back to the weekly pivot. Then after a couple of days where it tried to close above the 1650 level but failed, eventually gave way on Friday with a massive drop of over 800 pips right to the daily 55 EMA, just sitting around the 50 Fib retracement level, and right at this previous swing high at 1563 as well. So it formed a strong support, and in the last few hours managed to recover and also almost reach the lower trend line of the bullish channel. So mainly the big move was on the Friday, and all these were due to basically all the global recession fears and hit by the COVID-19 virus outbreak. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that once it broke below the weekly pivot and the intermediate support level, it fell hard on Friday, yesterday, and in the last few hours it managed to recover somewhat. So we shall see whether this coming week, whether we'll be able to extend the bearish retracement lower, or it's able to find support from this zone. Let's move back to the daily time frame, and the next support zone, if it does break below the lower trend line of the channel, is the 1550 zone, where there's the 21 Fib retracement level. So let's move this, that's the intermediate support zone now, and the 1600 is going to be the resistance zone. Along with the upper trend line of the bullish channel. So it could consolidate for the first half of the week or before it attempts to continue its retracement lower, and it could spike through to hit the 1550, or it could extend all the way to the swing low, which was the low of the year, of this year so far, which is at the 1535.95 level. Alright, we'll see if it's going to give up all its gains for the year. Alright, and let's take a look at the dollar yen. Dollar yen has been mirroring the stock market, and after spiking through the 112 level, it has fallen from the start of the week after gapping down and continued its retracement lower, following the stock market all the way until yesterday, Friday, where it also spiked through this swing low at the 107.65 level, and before recovering to close just above the 108 level, hit a low of 107.51 right at the weekly S3 pivot level. So on a weekly chart, you'll see a very strong bearish move down that's really fell past the last 3 weeks and the previous swing low of the week as well, of 3 weeks ago. So there could be further extension lower towards 107. Right, you can see on the 4-hour time frame the massive fall from the intermediate support right at the 200 period EMA, and this was a very significant fall of over 250 pips, and which is quite significant for dollar yen. So we can change this to resistance. It's still the 108 level is still at the support zone. And on Friday there was the massive breakdown once it fell below the previous trend line where it broke out from. So we'll see if there's some consolidation early in the week to perhaps climb back up to the weekly S2. We'll see what the new pivot is going to be for next week, but it could be restricted by the 38Feb retracement level around 108.66 before it continues to weaken again and retest the swing low. Alright, and this coming week there are 3 key news events for the US. There's ISM manufacturing PMIs on Monday, ISM non-manufacturing or services PMI on Wednesday, and then followed by the big news on Friday with the non-farm payroll report. So we'll see how that is going to impact the 2 safe haven pairs, as well as factoring in potential rate cut that's coming up in a couple of weeks by the FOMC meeting. So a lot of analysts are factoring in potential rate cut already because of fears of the global recession brought on by the COVID-19 outbreak. Right, we can also change this to resistance. Right at the 50 Fib retracement area. All right. So do check out my other videos on Euro, Cable, and Aussie dollar as well as the weekly Ichimoku analysis. And do have a safe and profitable trading week ahead. And we'll follow up on Wednesday midweek for daily analysis. And cheers then.